The Lakers and the Bulls, they met Monday night at Staples Center. And initially, man, you thought it might be a good game because really both teams are coming off wins. Um, the Lakers beat the Spurs on Sunday afternoon, while the Bulls defeated the Los Angeles Clippers, which actually it ended their 7-game winning streak that the Clippers had going. But unfortunately, that is not what we got. The Bulls boat race, bull whipped, whatever you want to call it. The Lakers won 21-103, as you can see up on the screen there. DeMar DeRozan went off for 38. Lonzo Ball had 27, knocking down 7 of 10 from the great beyond. Zach LaVine had 26. It looked pretty good. But here's the thing. All of that being said, shows that the Bulls are indeed a quality team. They went out to the West Coast and put together some good ball games. But for the Lakers, there should be some concern there for a variety of reasons. First, let's start off on the defensive side of the ball. They gave up 121 points, which is not great. They almost had 3 different dudes drop 30 on them in the same game. But I think there was multiple times where open shooters had time to take a dribble, set up, and let it fly before a Laker defender even got within 2 or 3 feet of him. And this happened multiple times, last night. Yes, DeMar had 38, but they didn't even start to even think about doubling him until a third of the way into the fourth quarter, which I don't understand if somebody's killing you like that. But I know some people say, well, LeBron wasn't there. Trust me, their defense was kind of porous even when he was there. So yeah, it was part effort, but also execution and attention to detail. It's like fighting over screens, going under screens, constantly losing men, shooters just being wide open. It was a constant theme last night, and that was one of the reasons the Bulls shot 15 of 34 from 3. I mean, they had so many quality looks. It probably would have been even better than that if a few looks weren't actually forced. So if the Lakers want to have any sort of run in the playoffs, they've got to clean that type of stuff up. And the other thing is Anthony Davis. Now, yes, he is coming off a game where he had 34. And he had 20 in this one, but if you were watching the game, you wouldn't have known it. He looked passive for most of the game. There was a lot of times he would catch the ball with a smaller defender on him within 10 to 15 feet of the basket and wouldn't even look at the basket. You know, he seemed to kind of just go through the motions, and ultimately he got thrown out of the game, for talking crazy to a referee. But, I mean, even before that, he just didn't look very aggressive. I mean, and considering the Bulls' lack of size, there's no way, no offense, but man, you should be killing Tony Bradley. But he didn't ever want to put the pedal to the metal, and that should be a concern for the Lakers. So, this team, I don't know, if you're a Lakers fan, you should have some concerns. And I'm going to be honest, from coaching all the way down, because, I mean, the rotation issues aside, I mean, just simple stuff like double team the dude that's on the verge of dropping 40 on you. I don't understand that. How to guard a simple screen and roll. I mean, man, the Bulls killed him with that Levine, DeRozan pick and roll. It's like every time they ran at somebody, they got wide slap open. So they've got some defensive issues. Russ played well. He had some turnovers, but for the most part, he was fairly under control. Melo, I didn't think got enough touches. He only 4 of 10 from the floor. THT had a career high, but I'm going to be honest, a lot of empty calories to that, because a lot of those points were scored when the game was already decided. But nonetheless, a career high is a career high, which brings me back to my issue. All of the people with Anthony Davis, all the people that I just described, took more shots in last night's game than AD, and that is a problem. He went 6 of 9. He only took 9 shots. And your best player, because this point probably is the best player on the team. That cannot happen. I mean, there's a difference between just jacking up shots and being effectively aggressive, because that's what your team needs. And he's got to consistently do that, because as great as LeBron is, obviously he's having some injury problems. And for them to go as far as they want to go, he's got to be that guy. And for a vast majority of the season, he has not been that guy. And you can make the argument that just on pure on-court play, not necessarily the numbers, Melo Anthony's playing better than Anthony Davis. So again, another cause for concern. I don't know what's going on with him. I don't know. I mean, maybe at this point, I say that at the ripe age of 28, that's who he is. So I don't know. We'll see what happens, but there's a lot of basketball left to be played. We'll see. The Bulls on a great win. They're 9-4, third in the East. So I know it's just 13 games in, but it's time to look at if that team is a team that's going to make some noise in the East. Even with Vooch out with the health and safety protocols, Zach and DeMar are playing extremely well for each other, and it seems like they're figuring some things out. Lonzo looked great last night. So yeah, the Bulls are definitely going to be a team to be dealt with in the East, considering how they're playing out on this West Coast trip around the league. So hopefully everyone on both teams, largely stays healthy. So when playoff time comes, the best teams will be at their best, and we'll have a great season. So if you like these sort of breakdowns, because I didn't have time to do an actual sit down at my laptop, let me know, and I'll do more of these. Stay tuned for more videos. Thanks for watching. Back soon. Peace.